What's up? We're here for my video, and the topic here is on solubility. So for today's experiment, you will be needing 2 glasses of water with about the same amount of water in them. Like no exact measurements or anything, but approximately the same amount of water. And then sugar. And then salt in any kind, but I got in a bunch of packets, salt packets, dorm room struggles. And so basically the test for today will be on saturation points. So the saturation point of sugar and salt, both in water. And basically saturation is coming to the point of where the water can't take any more of the substance that's being put in it, i.e. the sugar or the salt. And so once you see it reach a saturation point, like I said, the water won't be able to take any more of the sugar or salt, so it won't dissolve the sugar or salt anymore into the water. So basically in the sugar and salt, you will see like after it can't dissolve anymore, you will still see like residue or resonance of the sugar or salt still in there that couldn't dissolve. So, and for the experiment, you also need a spoon. Just for like light measurements of how many spoonfuls you put in each one, just an approximate, you know what I mean? And so first I'm gonna start with the sugar, and we'll be using this cup for the sugar. So you just pour out some sugar into your cup. That's about how much sugar I put on there. And dump it in this first cup. Make sure I get all of it in so it's fair. And next, you gotta stir it up with the spoon. Stir, 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 stir. Stir good. And right now, might not be so clear to the camera, but there's no more sugar residue. It's completely dissolved in there, and you're not seeing anything gather up. And if you see something at the bottom, it might just be the tape from this cup or something, but there's nothing left in this sugar right now. And so I'm gonna add another spoonful. Okay, see that? Oh, spilt a little bit. Let me put a little bit more. Okay. Stir it back up again, stir, stir. And so now, stir, stir, stir. So now you still can't see any more sugar in there. And so it's still not reached that saturation point. So let's add a little bit more sugar. And this being our third spoonful, just to keep track so we know. We'll pour that in and we'll mix. And surprisingly, the sugar's still mixed and dissolving in there. So one more should probably do the trick and let it reach saturation, as we're on 4. Four, 5. And as now you can probably see around at 5 scoops, you're not getting any more dissolving. Like at this bottom, you're still getting a lot of sugar and like not dissolved sugar at all still here. As you can hear by the sound of my spoon scraping against it on the bottom. So next, and the sugar took around 5 scoops. So next, we'll wipe off the spoon and we'll try the salt and see how many scoops the salt provides. And I'm gonna go with 1 packet being roughly a spoonful, because that's what we can assume right now in the conditions we got. So rip open this packet. Actually, we're gonna go with 2 spoonfuls equaling 2 salt packets equaling 1 spoonful. Okay, see what we got in there. Salt. Mix. And as you can see, after the first one, we're not seeing any salt kind of residue at the bottom. So 1 spoonful is still not reaching the saturation point. And so we open some more packets and put it in there. Got to be careful not to spill some salt, you know, just wasting supplies. Yep. Okay. So I can see, pouring it in the cup. The salt doesn't want to get in there. Yep. So now we mix again. Stir. With the water, you still see none of this salt dissolving at the bottom. Like, you still don't see any of the residue left there. So we add more packets, and this will be the 3rd scoop that we're adding now, 3rd spoonful. Okay. Okay, another scoop. This doesn't want to get in there. Go. Get in. now we stir again. And it's still not saturated, so we still need to add some more salt, as you cannot see any of the precipitate at the bottom, or just the salt at the bottom still left that won't dissolve. And so we'll add, me predicting, 1 more spoonful. We'll probably make the water reach its saturation point. So it's time to see. It's now in there. You know, water struggling to get in there, salt struggling to get in there, I mean. Okay, thank you. Yes, stir, 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 stir. I'm sorry if you couldn't see that, the sugar was in the way. Stir, stir, stir. The water seems to be taking a lot more of the salt precipitate and doesn't seem to be fully saturated, as you can't see any of it. Actually, you can start to see a little bit of it, at least from my view in person. You can start to see a little bit of it, you know, a little bit of the salt there. So I would say that it's saturated now, which would mean that the salt created it to have a lower saturation point, and that the water got more saturated with the salt before the sugar. And this was my test of saturation. Thank you.